Welcome to Author Skill Set Wednesday. Today's quote comes from Lewis Cass, who said, "People may doubt what you say, but they'll believe what you do." Hi there. My name is Christopher D'Armani, and my passion is helping authors go from blank page to finished first draft to published book with ease. And today's quote really boils down to integrity, I think, truly. It's one of those quotes that I need to do what I say I do. I need to stop the naysayers, if you will. And the simplest way to shut up the naysayers is to simply do what you said you were going to do when you said you'd do it. Personal integrity, simple stuff. Anyways, so as I like to say, integrity matters. It truly, truly does. Because no matter who you are, no matter how awesome you are, odds are that at some point, at some level, in some aspect of your life, you have let people down before. Sadly, I must admit that's true for me. Probably far more often than I'd like to admit even. That's probably true for you as well. And because we've let people down, because we've not followed through and done what we said we would do, that's why people end up doubting what we say. And if we fail them often enough, they don't believe anything we say, and they're right to do that, right? They doubt our commitment to our stated goals because we've not done them. But here's the thing, it's really, really easy to put an end to that. So easy. So now that's not to say that it might not be a little bit terrifying, because it might be that as well. Make a very public commitment. So post it on Facebook, post it on Twitter, post it on YouTube, post it on whatever social media channels you have. Make that public pronouncement of what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, and when you're going to be completed. And here's the fun part. Keep that commitment. Simple. Truly simple, right? Simple does not always mean easy, sadly. I wish it did. Truly wish it did. What it does mean is we must live in personal integrity. And for me, personal integrity means doing what I said I would do, when I said I would do it, whether I feel like it or not. And for me personally, I think it's that whether I feel like it or not is the most important part of that three-part sentence. It really is. So if your goal is to write and publish a book, here's a really great example. Set a really public deadline for when you're going to complete your first draft. That's a simple thing to do. It's not even published. All you're committing to is a first draft, right? All, he says, in air quotes, because that's still a really big deal. But set this public deadline for when you're going to complete this first draft. And then meet the deadline. Post progress daily on your blog if you have one, or on your Facebook feed, or wherever, so that people can see that you are consistently meeting the deadline that you said you were going to. You're actually being true to your word. Because when you're true to your word, you shut them up. They can no longer claim you don't do what you say you're going to do, because they have all the evidence that you're doing it, right? Prove to your naysayers that you can do it. Prove them wrong. Prove them wrong. But here, when it comes to writing a book, what if you don't know how to set a legitimate, realistic first draft deadline? Well, one of the things that I teach in the upcoming Unstuck 5-day free workshop is Manuscript Math. And Manuscript Math is a simple process of figuring out precisely to the day how many days it will take to write your first draft, to complete your first draft. Simple stuff, but there's a couple of tricks to it. And one of the things that's really fun about this is that's one of the core elements of what I like to call the author's roadmap for success for your nonfiction book. And the next edition of this 5-day workshop comes up starting September 19th. And I would love it, I would absolutely love it, if you would join me. Because if you don't know how to set this deadline, but you want to, if you want to prove the naysayers in your life wrong, this is a great way to do it. Because together, we will build a really detailed, really focused roadmap for success for your book, for your life. Your roadmap will look different than mine. Your roadmap will look different than pretty much anyone else's, because your life has different requirements. That's the beauty of this process, is that it doesn't matter if you, like I used to do, work insane weeks in the movie industry where you have no time, where you're working 16 plus hours a day and driving to and from work and all that garbage. Even then, this will work. So whether you have kids, have a family, have a full-time job, all that kind of stuff, There's still a way to get this done. There really, really is. We'll set that deadline so that you can easily complete your first draft. We'll set that deadline so you can actually post that to the world with the full confidence that you can do it, because all the details of how you're going to do it, that's all contained in the roadmap. All contained, let's try that in actual English today. That's all contained in your detailed roadmap for success. The who, what, when, where, why, how, all that stuff is answered in your detailed roadmap for success, and that's what we're going to build starting Monday the 19th. So when you work out every piece of the puzzle, it's super simple to write and publish your nonfiction book this year. This is September. Lots of time to get this done. Lots of time to get this done in time to have it ready to put in someone else's hands by Christmas. Can you imagine that? Your published book in someone else's hands by Christmas? What an awesome thing that would be, right? But it all starts by going to ChristianAuthorUnstuck.com and signing up. This is for the Unstuck Workshop. I love the title because what I hear a lot of complaints about is I just feel stuck. And there's a variety of levels of that. And that's why this detailed roadmap for success is so important, because it takes away all those roadblocks, all those obstacles, all those things that help us feel like we're stuck. It's the solution to all of them. Like I'm working on my 50th book right now, which sounds really impressive until you're the guy trying to figure out, well, how do I make this one work, right? So I go through the exact same process. So I don't teach you anything I don't do myself, because that's A, rude, B, not living integrity, just a whole bunch of stuff. I would never tell you to do something that I haven't proven to work in my own life, because, well, that's stupid on just more levels than I can possibly imagine. So if writing a book is the thing that's on your heart, if you know deep in your heart that this is the thing you were born to do, this is the thing that you know you must do, there's no simpler, no faster, no easier way than starting with a detailed roadmap for success. And it all starts Monday the 19th by going to ChristianAuthorUnstuck.com and signing up. That's it. Super simple. I really, really hope to see you there. But if any of the principles that I've talked about today resonated with you, I'd love it if you'd share that in the comments. Like and share this video with your family, with your friends. And then, of course, connect with me on social media. Connect with me on LinkedIn. Follow me on YouTube, all the rest of the stuff. All the links to my social media accounts are found at sleekbio.com/Christopher. Really simple way to find where I am on all the different social media platforms. Last but not least, and I love this part because I love this PublishPress. I love PublishPress, this suite of plugins for WordPress. The company, the owner, the product, best in class. That's really all I can say about this. To find out more, go to ChristopherDiarmani.net/giveaway. Sign up for this giveaway, and because I'm giving away a pro version, courtesy of Steve at PublishPress, of all of these, the professional version of all these plugins. And it's an amazing suite. If building a content calendar, maintaining consistent quality content to your readers is important, this is the best way to get there. I've tried them all. I've tried them all. Nothing even comes close for me to the quality of PublishPress and the company that backs it and the man behind the company. It's all fantastic stuff. But back to the core message of today's video. People may doubt what you say, but they will never doubt what you do. So make sure that example of what you're doing is one that you want them to get. You want to make sure that example is positive and shows them who you truly are, not at your best, not at your worst. All right. So with that, have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Bye for now.